And just like that, we're just about ready to start game 2 of this doubleheader. Rams looking for the sweep against St. Andrews with Cam Pearson now in the circle for the Bluefield College Rams, coming into this one with a record of 7-15 and now a 4-11 in conference. Looking for their first doubleheader sweep against an AAC team this year, as St. Andrews goes with a lineup like this. Ashlyn Dial, the shortstop, bats first. Santiago plays at second and bats second, while Broadway will pitch in this one, batting third. Now batting fourth, Fortner, after her injury at the end of last game, will play in center field. Mandy Schaefer, the right fielder, batting fifth, while Lexi Dawson bats sixth and plays at first. First pitch in for Cam Pearson. It goes high and outside for ball one. So the start time in this one, 4:16 Eastern Standard Time. Now the 1-0. Pearson whips a high fastball, and it is ball two. Pearson, last time she pitched, got the win against Union College, the top team in the AAC at the time. Now whips in. Fastball inside corner, strike one. Count 2-1. Two balls, one strike. Pearson from the belt, the senior from Tennessee. Bunt, bouncing first baseline, dies there. Throckmorton whips to first, not in time, and Dial able to get on with a bunt single. Now here comes Santiago. Santiago went 0 for 3, or 0 for 2, I should say, in the last game. Hit by a pitch and got a walk. Now steps in on the left side. Pitch. Showing bunt, lays it down on the third base side this time. King fires to Bailey, sacrifice there, and Bailey tries to throw it over to Sparks. Over at second base, sacrifice there. Here comes Broadway, the pitcher in this one. Pitch, high and outside. One ball, no strikes. Here comes Fortner batting second, or batting fourth in this one. Wind blowing out to left field. Pitch, inside. One ball, no strikes, trying to throw it down to center field, and Dial gets back. Second baseman Lauren Bailey there to try to get it, and Caitlin Pennington backs it up. Another windy and cold, almost wintry day in the middle of springtime here at Graham Rec Park. 0-0 the score. Pearson with a pitch. It's a high fastball again. 3 balls, no strikes. Got to get those up on the scoreboard with one out and a runner at second base. Now the pitch, right down the middle. There's the first strike. So now St. Andrews steps into this game 14-25, 2-15 in the conference. Desperate for some wins now. 3-1 with a runner at second. Swung on, popped up left side. King will watch it go. Good time to tell you who's out in the field for Bluefield. Carly King gets another start at third base. Lakin Sparks, after getting a win on the circle in game 1, moves to shortstop. Lauren Bailey stays at second. So does Meredith Throckmorton at first base. Taylor Strange out in the right field. Pennington in center and Melick in left. Pitch, swinging a high drive out to left. Melick back, and that hits the fence. She'll have to throw it in. Runner stays at third, and Ashlyn Dials rolling past King, and almost ready to go home was Ashlyn Dial. So just inches away for a home run from Broadway, and ends up being a double. Not a great start in game 2. Bluefield trying to fight back, though. Pitch. Swinging a stroke left side, out of play. There's Fortner. Fortner, the center fielder in game 1, came out after nailing herself into the fence on a triple by Caitlin Pennington. Seems to have shaken it off now, back in. 2 runners in scoring position. The pitch, swinging a drive deep to center. Pennington has a beat on it, jumps to make the catch. Throw in, bounces away from Throckmorton down the third baseline. It's a sacrifice fly for Fortner as SAU is on the board. putting the ball in play already here. It's 1-0. And this will be important for the Rams to see if they can hang tight, try to keep their focus in Game 2. It seems to happen in Game 2 of these doubleheaders. The Rams have never won Game 2 of a doubleheader. Now 2 outs, runner at third as Broadway moved to third base. Dial came in to score. Here's Mandy Schaefer, swings and fouls it back. Schaefer does have a home run on the year. Pitch, swing and a miss, chasing a high fastball from Pearson. Strike 2 as an icy wind blows in. Schaefer hitting .254. Pitch, waste ball outside. Ball and 2 strikes. 8 RBIs as well, making her 22nd start on the year. Broadway at third, 2 outs, pitch. Change up, just slowly going low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lexi Dawson batting next, as well as Azucena Trujillo, the third baseman in the hole. 2-2 from Pearson. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end it in the first inning. But no run scores on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left at third base. Knights leading 1-0 heading to the bottom of the first. Rams already down 1-0, headed to the bottom of the first inning. It's St. Andrews in Game 2 here at Graham Rec Park. Rams will have a lineup that looks like this. Caitlin Pennington leading it off and playing in center field. Lauren Bailey batting second and playing second, while Cameron Pearson, the pitcher, will bat third. Meredith Throckmorton once again the clean-up hitter. Lakin Sparks batting fifth and playing at shortstop. Riley O'Neill will catch and bat sixth. Mary Blake Avery once again the designated player, while Carly King moves down to the 8th spot, the third baseman. Gabby Mellick closes out the lineup for Bluefield in the 9-hole and playing in left field. First pitch to Caitlin Pennington. Fastball inside at the ankles. There's ball 1. She had an RBI triple in Game 1, as well as the sacrifice fly. So a couple of RBIs for the senior. Pitch. Swinging a pop-up left side. Chasing it, and it will go out of play. And near that Dirt Devil. And the count is at 1-1. Pennington on that triple almost got a home run. It nailed off of the fence in center field. One. Line drive, center field, base hit. So Pennington leading it off well for Bluefield, the potential tying run. Broadway in the circle for St. Andrews in this one. on the year for Brennan Broadway, a 5.29 ERA to match her 2-6 win-loss record. 42 in the third innings pitched, 49 hits, 32 earned runs with 43 runs total. Lauren Bailey had a 2 RBI double in game 1. Let's see if she can match that. First pitch to the righty, shows bunt, lays it down, back to the pitcher. Broadway whips to first, sacrifice intact. Pennington with a large jump off at second base, making sure that Fortner came in to cover the bag, and she did. Sacrifice intact as Bailey goes to the dugout, moving Pennington over to second. Now Cameron Pearson stepping up to the plate. She had a home run in game 1. That was her 4th of the season. Now has Pennington at second base. 1-0 St. Andrews. Pitch just a bit outside, but notching on the corner for strike 1, excuse me. Wind blowing out towards left. That could help Cameron Pearson, who drilled her 4th home run of the year over the left field fence last time. Pitch. Swinging a soft roller to short. Backhanded by Dial. Throw to first. Not in time, and it's an infield single for Pearson. Meanwhile, Pennington moves to third, and Pearson on with Bluefield's second base hit. Here's Meredith Throckmorton with a chance to knock in some of her teammates. Runners on the corners, and just 1 out. Wind blowing out towards left, and that pitch was just a meatball coming right across home plate. Throckmorton hoping she can get one of those as well. Shows bunt. Pearson goes, throw to second, cut off by Dial, and Pennington comes in to score. Not sure why they even threw that there, but now it's tied up 1-1. Pearson on with a steal. Dial was coming up right in front of the bag like she was going to throw it home. Trujillo was hoping that they baited her somehow to come in. Rather, that was Arguedas, the catcher, hoping that Pennington would be baited in, but well, she had a good enough jump anyway. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. And now, actually, the count is at no balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second with 1 out. Broadway ready. The pitch. Swinging a foul tip. Right back behind Arguedas. Count stays at no balls, 2 strikes. Throckmorton forced to battle with the righty. Runner at second and Cam Pearson. The pitch. Swinging a chopped foul ball bouncing towards the dugout for Bluefield. That's a high one. Throckmorton just tried to throw the hands through there and make contact. All tied up at 1-1. Nobody's going to get the RBI for that. But Pearson on a good base running play to move to second. Just in the bottom of the first with 1 out. The pitch. Check swing and a foul ball rolling towards the dugout again. A changeup that was inside, and Throckmorton was well early. Good job of staying in there. Cam Pearson stays at second base. Another 0-2. Inside. Wind has now stopped. Pearson with her knees bent at second base. Another 1-2. Inside, and Throckmorton lays off another low and inside pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, an even count. The sophomore from Smithfield, Virginia. Long look in from Broadway. 2-2. Swing and a miss. High changeup, and Throckmorton was fooled. 2 outs, and here comes Lakin Sparks. Sparks went 1 for 3 in the 7-2 win in Game 1. Had a single and a run scored. Part of that big 4th inning that Bluefield had where they scored 4 runs on 5 hits. Pitch. Swinging a pop-up out to right field. Schaefer stepping back. She'll make the catch for out number 3. But a run scores on 2 hits. No errors and 1 runner left on base. Tied up 1-1 in this AAC matchup. We'll be right back in Bluefield after this. With the wind blowing and shotguns popping off in the background, we're ready to start this second inning. 1-1, Cam Pearson deals to Lexi Dawson. Fastball goes outside, and Dawson is up 1-0 in the count. She had a home run in the last game off of Lake and Sparks. That was her first of the year. 1-0. Another fastball that hits the outside corner, strike 1. St. Andrews got on the board after the sacrifice fly from a Fortner that drove in Dial. 1-1. Change-up falls low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Guess we're near a shooting range and someone was exercising their Second Amendment right within earshot of Graham Rec Park. 2-1. Swinging a high fly out to left. Melick giving chase towards the corner. She can't make the catch as the ball bounces to the fence. Relay in, caught by Sparks, and it's a double for Dawson. Just off the tip of the glove for the freshman. She couldn't track it down, and the wind played it towards that corner. Once again, Lexi Dawson showing she has opposite field power, and every ball she has hit today has drifted out to Melick. So here comes Azucena Trujillo, the third baseman. Pitch. Showing bunt, doesn't pull back, and it's strike 1. Trujillo, the DP in game 1, was 1 for 3. She had a single and then was pushed down hard by the shortstop at the time, Pennington. The fastball goes high and outside. There's ball 1, an even count at a ball and a strike. Even count the pitch. Fastball high. Now Pearson just trying to find where her pitches can be placed here. The changeup was working for Lake and Sparks in game 1, and you have to see if Cam Pearson could do that in game 2. Cam Pearson 5.28 ERA as that one is sliced into right field by Trujillo. Dawson moves over to third, and now there are runners on the corners with no outs. Pearson into game 2, 5.28, 4-5 record. 67 2/3 innings pitched, 112 hits on the year, 51 earned runs with 38 strikeouts and just 12 walks. Here's Symphony Arguedas, the catcher, getting the start in this one, as Lucy Trujillo will be the designated player, batting 9th. Pitch. Bonchon pulls back, and Trujillo moves her way over to second base. Now the only force out is at first. Both runners in scoring position now for the Knights. It looked like Pearson was trying to work that one outside. Corner infielders playing in. The pitch. Arguedas takes a fastball on the inside corner, strike one. This inning 190. Arguedas with no home runs and 4 RBIs. Ball and a strike, tossing the ball around in a right hand, Cam Pearson. Wind flowing to left. Pitch. Swinging a ground ball through the hole. Bailey snags it, runs to first, but a run scores as Dawson slides in. So an RBI ground out. Got through the backhand of Throckmorton, but Lauren Bailey with a little bit more speed, able to pick it up and retire Arguedas. But now it is 2-1. So St. Andrews has already matched their run total from game one here in the second inning of game two. One out, check swing from Lucy Trujillo. And did she go? No, she did not. Actually, they're going to call that a strike. Count 0-1. Now the ball. All right, we got to get it right. The 1-0. Inside, and that's a strike. Count it 1-1. So Dawson came in to score. Trujillo to third. Lucy Trujillo at the plate now. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Just one out. St. Andrews putting the ball in play, just keeping Bluefield on their toes a little bit more already in game two than they did in game one. 1-2 pitch. Just a bit inside. Lucy Trujillo almost turned into it. Now Susana Trujillo at third. 2-2. Swing and a foul ball. That was well inside. Could have been ball four, but she swung early to try to get the barrel on it. Sun beating down on the mountains with a lot of shade right in the middle of that Appalachian backdrop at Graham Rec Park. Wind rolling from right to left. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Second strikeout for Cam Pearson, and Azucena Trujillo will stay at third. Back to the top of the lineup with Ashlyn Dial, who's one of the 2 runs scored for St. Andrews. Singled in the first inning. Now the pitch. Just a bit high. St. Andrews with the gray jerseys, blue letters, and the blue undershirts to go with it. Blue batting helmets as well. The pitch right across the knees. Strike one. Rams back at it with the charcoal gray jerseys with the Rams letters across the front and blue with white trim, with the white numbers on the front. 1-1. Check swing, ground ball back to Pearson. Easy throw to first, and she gets the force out. But a run scores on 2 hits, no errors, and Trujillo left at third base. Rams trail 2-1, headed to the bottom of the second. Rams attempting to equalize down 2-1 to St. Andrews. Riley O'Neill will lead it off against Brendan Broadway. Mary Blake Avery batting next, and Carly King, all part of the 6-7-8. Riley O'Neill steps up to the plate on the right side and takes a first pitch strike right at the knee, strike one. Rams scored a run in the first inning off of the wild pitch that brought in Pennington. Cameron Pearson went to second. Pitch. Swing and a stroke, left field, charging up to get it though is Mondragon. Boy, O'Neill put a charge into that one. And she is out. Not enough loft on it. Here comes Mary Blake Avery. Avery reached a couple of times in game one, starting against the designated player for the second straight contest. Actually reached in every plate appearance. A couple of singles as well as a hit by pitch. She was 2 for 2. Pitch. Well inside her, get her again. Number 7, looking over at Shelley Newton. Coach of Bluefield, and then Buddy Gallimore, the first base coach, the assistant coach at first. Pitch. We're going to pull foul. Get out of here in a hurry. Strike one. And the Rams find a couple of AAC wins going into a tough weekend. 4 games, 2 days. 2 against Tennessee Wednesday, and then 2 on Saturday against Montreal. 1-1. We're going to foul tip trickling right behind Arguedas. And the count rises to ball and 2 strikes. Then on Monday they have Allen University. That's on the road in Columbia. And that guy continues to fire away. 1-2. Swinging a ground ball, bouncing to short. Dial has it to first in time. 2 outs. I don't know if you can hear that, folks, on the ground. This guy is absolutely tearing up whatever target he has. Seems to be more than one person shooting. As the battle of Bluefield continues behind us, there are 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Here comes Carly King. Pitch. Inside. King, the freshman from Auburn High School near Reiner, Virginia, is 0 for 3 on the day. Struck out a couple of times. Pitch. Broadway whips in. Orthodox delivery for Brennan Broadway. Kind of looks like what Cam Pearson brings to the rubber. Not an incredibly long or short delivery. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Count 2-1. Already 2 outs. O'Neill and Avery both retired. Gabby Mellick on deck. And Andrews looking in. Now the pitch. Well inside, and King limbos back for ball 3. At a batter's count of 3-1, trying to find her first base hit of the day. Bluefield could use it, down 2-1. Must have been inside, ball 4. First walk of the day for Broadway, and Bluefield has the potential tying run at first base. Here's Gabby Mellick. She'll bat left-handed, trying to slap this through. Well, with 2 outs, no sacrifice intact, but she's just going to try to leak it up the middle. She had a crucial RBI single at the bottom of the 4th in game 1. Mellick, the freshman, her freshman teammate at first base. Pitch. Outside corner, strike 1. Trying to slap it again, laid off. Trujillo at third, walking up, as well as Santiago at second base. 0-1. Swinging a foul tip glove by Arguedas. Strike 2, and she's quickly down in an 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-1 the score. Carly King on with a walk at first base. 0-2 pitch. High, King going to second, lob there, Dial with no tag, and she tried to reach back. So Carly King with a stolen bag. And every time that St. Andrews has thrown down to second, Ashlyn Dial really wasn't at the bag. She's about 2 feet in front when the throw down is there, and has to basically flop back to try to get a tag down. And it worked once today when Mary Blake Avery was gunned down by Trujillo. That was Lucy Trujillo in game 1. Oh, the 1-2. We're going to foul back. Count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And I guess you can kind of understand it because Ashlyn Dial is playing up, especially with Gabby Mellick being a ground ball hitter on these slap hits. Bluefield taking advantage there. Ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Ball away with the pitch. Just a bit outside. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes apiece. Now the 9-hitter, Gabby Mellick, looking over at Shelly Newton, gets a new call. Pitch. Another slapper foul on the third base side. Caitlin Pennington awaits. Already 1 for 1 with a single. Rams with 2 hits on the day, both of them coming in the first inning. Broadway battling here with a Bluefield left fielder. 2-2. Swinging a bouncer on the first base side. Diving play by Dawson. She can't get to the bag in time. Mellick on her way to second, and she's going to get there. Heads up base running for the freshman, and now Bluefield has 2 runners in scoring position. And Dawson didn't even think to throw it over to second base. Dial was there to cover. They would rather not throw it around after King moves to third. Mellick gets to second base. Here's Caitlin Pennington. 2 outs. Rams down by 1 run. Looking for their first lead of the ball game in the bottom of the second. The pitch. Inside. Arguedas with a long stare down to Carly King at third. Wind flowing out towards left. As Pennington looks for possibly her first home run of the year. She had 6 last season. Pitch. Swinging a hard tapper over to Trujillo at third. Throw to first on target. And the Rams strand 2 runners. So no runs on a 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. It's 2-1 after 2 in the books at Graham Rec Park. O'Neill throws it down to second, and we're just about ready to start up the third inning. St. Andrews with a 2-1 lead as their 2-3-4 approaches the plate to face off against Cameron Pearson. Pearson already has notched 2 strikeouts today. Got the start in game 1 as the center fielder. Here comes Santiago up to the plate on the left-handed side. Beckons Carly King and Throckmorton both to play in. Pitch. Slapper down the line and left, and foul. Wind continuing to blow. Still going out towards left. A little bit more energy on the St. Andrews side. Coming into this game at 14-25. And just with 2 wins in conference. Now at 2-15 in the AAC. One of the bottom dwellers. Pitch. They're going to pop up down the left field line, and Santiago is quickly down 0-2. There's one thing we could ask for is maybe a warm day at Graham Rec Park. That's for sure, the 0-2. Fastball high. Ball and 2 strikes. We haven't had that. We haven't really had a warm spring day, and you're not going to get it when the ball field is well above sea level like this. I mean, there's a ton of fans, as you see out in center field, parked, and they're standing in their cars. The pitch. Check swing. Did she go? Yes. Strike 3. Third strikeout of the day for Cameron Pearson. And with one out, here comes Brendan Broadway. Broadway with a double. Pearson with that black headband on. Pitches to the righty. Fastball flaring high and away. Ball one. Pearson, a JUCO transfer, picked up by Shelley Newton. 1-0. Fouled straight back to the camera. Strike one. Ball and a strike and one out. I commend St. Andrews for being a little bit more excited in game two as the changeup spins into the dirt for ball two. Rams won that first game confidently 7-2 after a big bottom of the fourth inning. And two more runs coming later on. 2-1. Thought about it, but laid off another high fastball, and Pearson is down on the count 3-1. Takes a step off of the rubber and pitches. Chopper over to short, through the legs of Sparks, and an E6 will put Broadway on at first. Fortner steps up to the plate now. Sacrifice fly for her. She has one of the game's RBIs. Both times that St. Andrews brought in a run to score, I should say, they weren't off of base hits. Pitch on the inside corner on the righty, strike one. Well, Sparks, it was just a bad hop. Kind of expect that with this field, how much it is played on. You got Little League games on the weekends, and the Rams have to keep up with it themselves. 0-1. Right down the middle, strike two. Fortner quickly down, no balls, two strikes. Broadway at first. Pitch. Swinging a ground ball, spinning foul, third base side. Boy, Broadway is ready to run to second base. She has had a healthy jump on each of the last three pitches. Oh, 2. Swinging a ground ball, softly rolling to second. Bailey's only play is at first, and the out is recorded. Didn't have enough zip to turn two there, but Bailey able to get this safe play at first base. Broadway moves to second with 2 outs, and here comes Mandy Schaefer. She struck out swinging to end the top of the first inning. Tall right fielder stepping to the plate on the right side, shows bunt, lays it down right back to Pearson. Throw to first, a bit high, but Bailey drags the foot on the bag, and the side retired. So no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. Rams still trail by 1. It's 2-1, headed to the bottom of the third at Graham Rec Park. Rams trail by 1. Lauren Bailey will lead it off in the bottom of the third against Brendan Broadway, who enters her third inning of work. Happy for you to join us here at Graham Rec Park. Another cold and chilly, windy as always. Here are the two Virginias, wind flowing out towards left field. Lauren Bailey had a sacrifice bunt her last time as that pitch goes outside. Instrumental in moving Pennington into scoring position. 1 ball, no strikes. Bailey looking for her first base hit off of Broadway. Check swing as the pitch goes on the corner. Called a strike. Count it 1-1. Hope you fans can make it this weekend. Rams playing against Tennessee Wesleyan on Friday, and then Senior Day against Montreat on Saturday. 1-1. He's off another rise ball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two seniors on the team, Pennington and Cameron Pearson. 2-1. Popped up in the infield. Trujillo calling for it and makes the catch. Well, you got to think with those fly balls here, could be dangerous because of the tornado of wind constantly flowing through. Here's Cameron Pearson, got a single in the first inning, stole a bag as well. Has the purple handle on her bat. Pitch. Swinging a high fly ball out to left field. Wind pushing it foul, but boy, she got a hold of that one. So a loud strike 1 for Cam Pearson, who was already rounding second. Just shaking her head to Meredith Throckmorton, just knowing that she missed that for about a second. No balls and a strike. Here's Broadway. Got the black headband on, looking for the positioning of her fingers on the yellow ball. 0-1. Fastball outside. Ball and a strike now. Just 1 out. Broadway looking in. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball this time. Right side. Schaefer giving chase, and it will flow a little too far to the right for Santiago. So fouling him left, fouling him right. Pearson staying in the box. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's 1 out. Rams down 2-1. Looking at the bat and stepping in on the right side. Broadway ready for another pitch. Now the 1-2. Swinging a tapper right to Broadway. A backhanded spear. Throw to first in time. 2 outs. Comes Meredith Throckmorton. Trying to avenge her early strikeout in inning number 1. Rams down by 1 run, 2 runs to 1. Now the pitch. Throckmorton with a drive into left field, a base hit. Snagged out there by Mondragon on the ground, and on the first pitch, puts a charge into one on a pull. Here comes Lakin Sparks. Song says all she wants to do is make her hometown proud. Hometown player for Bluefield as that one goes inside. Throw down to first. Throckmorton dances back to the bag. Freshman playing just about 30 minutes away from her actual high school. 1-0. Watched inside. Sparks flew out to right field in the first inning. Father wearing that green Tazewell hat on his head on the left side. 2-0. Outside and high, 3 balls to no strikes. She has found a way to get on base, batting in the 5 spot. Throckmorton at first with 2 outs. Rams down by 1 run. Broadway rocks, deals. Fastball, called a strike. Sparks didn't have the green light and didn't take it. Broadway looking in again, steps up and pitches. Inside and low ball 4, and Sparks is on with a walk with 2 outs. Pushes Throckmorton to second, and Riley O'Neill with a chance here. She hit that ball hard in the second inning, but it was right at Mondragon on a line drive. Has to take off the shin guards and move up to the plate on the right side. Riley O'Neill is one of our more enthusiastic social media followers. Anything that is put up about softball, she'll retweet it in about 5 minutes. First pitch to the catcher. Just a bit outside. Ball, no strikes. Throckmorton on with a single. Lakin Sparks on with a walk. Riley O'Neill trying to at least tie it up with a good base hit here. Large gap between Mondragon and Fortner from left and center. That pitch is bounced right back to Broadway. Great play by the pitcher, because that one was going to go through the middle if she didn't throw the hand out quickly. Gets it done, and Bluefield leaves 2 runners on base after 1 hit and no errors. Headed to the 4th inning now. Rams trail 2-1. Welcome back to Graham Rec Park, everybody. Rams trailing in this one 2-1. Lexi Dawson will lead it off. It's like 7-8. Cam Pearson still in the circle for Bluefield. Dawson with a double and a run scored. The pitch, and the lefty lays off a fastball that goes right across the plate, strike 1. I saw an announcement on Twitter that Bluefield College football will be having their spring game at Mitchell Stadium on April 21st. 0-1. Another fastball, this time hitting the outside corner, strike 2. So hopefully some of you listening at home might want to come out to that. Rams with a winning season for the first time in 7 decades this year. So that one's batted on the ground right back to Pearson. Gives it over to Throckmorton for out number 1. Also have baseball that day, so it'll be a busy day in the 2 Virginias. They have signed over 50 football players to play here. Back to the diamond. Azucena Trujillo will smack it foul on the right side and will go in the gutter. It's a hard hit slice foul. Trujillo with a single in the second inning. She's 1 for 1 in game 2. 2-1 the score. Pitch. Bunts it, but fouls it back. That was well inside. Good pitch from Cam Pearson to jam her up. And Trujillo still keeping those hands so far away from each other on the handle. Just in the 4th inning, wind blowing out towards left, as it does most of the time. 0-2. High and inside. A reminder this weekend, more softball on the way. Friday and Saturday, we'll have game 1 for you here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Then baseball against Montreat on Friday. That'll be at 6 o'clock. And senior day on Saturday. Doubleheader for Bluefield College softball. 1-2. Change up, popped up right side, and it will hit the dugout and bounce down the hill. It's one of the better changeup for Pearson that we have seen today. Rams still trailing by 1 run. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Jammed and fouled again. Pearson has worked well inside, and so far Trujillo has tried to swing through. Already 1 out. Dawson grounded out right back to Cam Pearson. Symphony Arguedas on deck. Whip in the pitch. Bouncer into right field, a base hit. Good job by Trujillo to fight through. Throw to first, out. Got a little too carried away there. Trujillo gunned down by Talon Strange in right field. It's not like baseball, folks. If you hit it in the grass, you're still not safe here. Good play by Strange, the flex player for Bluefield out in right. It'll be a 9-3 putout. So Trujillo thought she had it there, as we did up here. And Symphony Arguedas will step up to the plate with 2 outs. Pitch. Fouls it straight back. Count 0-1. Arguedas drove in a run on a fielder's choice. She hit over to Lauren Bailey, who ended up tagging the bag at first. Now the 0-1. Change up, bounce left side, slowly rolling. Sparks, throw to first. Out. 1, 2, 3. Top of the 4th inning. And Bluefield will try to equalize. Going into the bottom of the 4th, it's 2-1. Rams still trailing 2-1. Bottom of the 4th we go at Graham Rec Park. Mary Blake Avery somehow playing without long sleeves. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 7-8-9-2 up for Bluefield. Carly King and Gabby Mellick following Mary Blake Avery, who's 0 for 1 in Game 2. Grounded out to short. Saw Kevin Schmidt, basketball player, came here. 0-1. Swinging a tapper goes right behind the catcher. You made a good point. Down the hill, it's probably about 10 degrees warmer. Good thing the sun has given us some sort of heat. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to the righty. Leans into it, but goes outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Broadway in this one has just allowed 1 run. Bluefield with a couple dinky hits at 4. 1-2. Swinging a foul ball. And that one hit Arguedas hard, the catcher. Right in the thighs, got to walk that one off. Avery now is the designated player. That series against Union. Got the start at third base, and then Carly King came in. We didn't really see Mary Blake Avery that much after that, and then Carly King now has the start at third base, and Avery as the designated player. The umpire a little chummy, talking with Arguedas. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch. Swinging a hard hit grounder into the hop of Dial. Steps up and throws to first. Good play by the shortstop. Got it on one knee, and for the second time, Avery has grounded out to Ashlyn Dial. Carly King now to the plate. 2-1 the score. Rams down by 1. St. Andrews scoring a couple of runs, one back in the second inning. Now the pitch. Swinging a pop-up out to center. Fortner steps up, makes the catch. 2 gone for Gabby Mellick, who's 1 for 1 with a single. Left on base. Rams' only run has scored because of Caitlin Pennington. There were runners on the corners and 2 outs. Pearson went down to second, baited the throw from Arguedas, threw it to short at Dial, and then Dial couldn't throw it home. Pennington had a healthy jump and slid in. Since then, Bluefield really hasn't gotten that close to scoring. Fielders playing in the pitch, looking for the slap, and Mellick just pulls it down the left field line. No balls, 1 strike. Rams down by 1, 2-1. Gabby Mellick trying to keep this going for Bluefield, sending it back to the top of the lineup. Oh, Brendan Broadway has really worked well. Bluefield hasn't gotten a hold on it today. The 0-1. Fastball moving outside and away, or outside and low. 1-1. Mellick pokes it into center field, a base hit off the backhand of Fortner, bobbled it, and gets it into second base at Santiago. So a hit for Mellick, already 2 in game 2. Back to the top of the lineup with Caitlin Pennington. So the potential tying run with Gabby Mellick at first base. Gets a quick lesson from her coach, Shelly Newton, at third base. A quick nod, and she'll step up to the plate on the right side. The pitch in the dirt. Mellick going to second. Lob there, sliding in safely with a steal, and now into scoring position. So a confident base hit from Caitlin Pennington will likely score the speedy Gabby Mellick. Mellick's one of those players that could get into a catcher's head. And the 1-0. Swinging a pop-up out to left. Mondragon backing up and makes the catch, and the side retired. So Mellick left on base after the single, no errors, and Bluefield still trails 2-1. We're headed to the 5th at Graham Rec Park. Into the fifth inning, Cameron Pearson still in the circle for Bluefield. Lucy Trujillo will lead it off, the designated player. The pitch on the inside corner, and the designated player quickly down 0-1. Bluefield down 2-1. 9-1-2, Pearson doing a solid job after allowing 2 runs, not getting any run support. Pitch goes in. Lincoln Sparks got the run support in game 1. Bluefield won that one 7-2 and going for the sweep. Still plenty of time. Rams have 3 more chances to bat. 1-0. Popped up right behind home plate, and that was actually the 1-1. It'll go over the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sun starting to warm us up a little bit. Pearson looking for this. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Pearson getting her chasing on a high fastball. Strikeout number 4 for the senior. Sends St. Andrews back to the top of their lineup with Ashlyn Dial. Pitch. Outside corner, strike 1. The shortstop is one of the 2 runs scored. 0-1. Right down the pike. Good pitch from Cam Pearson. Strike 2. Quick whip and the pitch. Just a bit outside. One ball, 2 strikes. Change up just a bit high. You can tell when Riley O'Neill tries to sell something, and that changeup is one of them. Trying to spot it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rocking the offer. Swinging a pull foul, bouncing off the fence. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Nobody on for St. Andrews, trying to add on to their 2-1 lead. Rams in danger of tying this series up. The pitch, grounder to short, bobbling Lakin Sparks, spins around and has no throw. Second error for Lakin Sparks, and those hops just aren't great, but Lakin Sparks has to play them better than that. E6 puts Dial on at first base, and Santiago will step up. And hold that thought. It looks like a pinch hitter. And Samantha Olson, the freshman at 5'5", comes up to the plate batting right-handed. And as the sun goes behind some clouds, gets a little bit chillier here. Olson just hitting .091. Has 22 at-bats and 2 hits. Runner at first in the infield end. See if she bunts. Pitch goes down the middle. Throw to second. On target, but a good slide by Dial as she moves into scoring position. That minute of hesitation by Riley O'Neill kind of made Bluefield pay for it as Lakin Sparks got to short. 2-1, St. Andrews leads. It was a strike, the 0-1. Inside corner, strike 2. Big lead for Dial, beckoning the catcher to try to throw it down. Already 1 out, and Cam Pearson looking for what could be her 5th strikeout here. Runner at second on the pitch. Outside corner, strike 3. Strikeout number 5, and now to run down. Throwing to third, King. Chasing down Dial, whip back to Bailey. She's going to toss it. Around they go. Cue the Benny Hill music as Sparks tries to lay down a tag, and she's out. Base running mistake there. Second time that St. Andrews has gotten into a crucial rundown today. But now nobody left on, and Bluefield gets out of the top of the 5th inning. Trailing 2-1. Bluefield trying to come back here at Grand Rec Park. Now to the bottom of the fifth, Rams trail 2-1. Lauren Bailey leading it off as Broadway tries to work a win for St. Andrews. She deals a first pitch strike, and the count is 0-1. Bailey 0 for 1. She had a sacrifice bunt in the first inning. Last time she popped out to third. 0-1. Bunt perfectly laid down first base line, stays on the chalk, and it just rolls foul. Oh, that was so close. If there's more chalk here, that might have been a more divisive play, but Bailey has to go back towards home plate. That was so close. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. Swinging a slow roller over to short. Dial Fields. Throw to first. In time, out number 1. Bailey falls to 0 for 2, and the Rams are starting to run out of time. Luckily, now the big boppers of the lineup stepping up to the plate. Cam Pearson and Meredith Throckmorton due up next. First pitch. Poked out towards right. Diving play made by Santiago. Not sure if she really needed to dive there, but stumbled into the catch. Quick 2 outs, bottom 5, Rams down 2-1. They are swinging away, putting it in play, but nothing is working out. Rams haven't scored since the first inning. Just playing in a 7-inning game, folks. Throckmorton with a heavy single back in the third. The pitch, fastball bouncing low. Hit it hard and then was left at second base. Pitch, inside and high. Two balls, no strikes to Meredith Throckmorton. And 2 outs. Broadway has worked the Knights into a rhythm. They have confidence. Pitch, flares outside. Meanwhile, what I'm told is police officers still firing their guns behind us. 3-0, right down the middle. A 3-1 count to Throckmorton, or they could use her 4th home run of the year. Pitch, swinging a rip foul. Full count to Throckmorton, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Stepping up on the right side, a full count with 2 outs. Broadway working a 1-2-3 inning possibly. Payoff, change up, batted through the hole into left field. A base hit for the first baseman. So there goes the chances of a 3-up, 3-down inning. Throckmorton with a multi-hit game. And here comes Lakin Sparks looking for her first hit. Sparks with a walk in the third and flew out to right. Now, maybe some more speed on the base paths. Michaela Phoenix will run for Meredith Throckmorton. And maybe Shelly Newton will roll the dice here and see if Phoenix can get to second. Rams trail by 1 run. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Glad to have you with us here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. In some of our chat, Christy O'Neill, thanks for tuning in, by the way. Tell you lost the stream. We might have had some sort of technical difficulties. It's happened on our end as well. But what happens, or what ends up working, is if you hit the refresh button, it'll go right back to the game stream. After all that's sorted out, Lakin Sparks steps up to the plate on the right side. Phoenix at first. Pitch. Outside. Freshman from Shawsville. Not too far from Blacksburg. One ball, no strikes. Pitch. Inside, and Sparks is up 2-0. Buddy Gallimore chanting on from the first base side. Pitch. Sparks takes a perfect pitch right across the plate. Strike 1. Counted 2-1, and the shortstop is down. The pitch inside, counted 3-1 now. Ball 3. Slow wind blowing out towards left. It seems like when the sun goes down right near the end of the day, the wind has stopped. Counted 3-1. Broadway looks in. The offer. Outside corner, strike 2. And for the second time today, Lincoln Sparks was ready to walk to first base and will have to stay in the box. A full count now. Phoenix waits at first. Corner infielders playing in with 2 outs. Payoff from Broadway. Just a bit outside, ball 4, and Sparks had to wait a second. Earned her second walk, and here's Riley O'Neill. And Riley O'Neill steps to the plate on the right side. Bluefield needs a clutch at bat. Phoenix at second and Lincoln Sparks at first. Down by 1, 2-1 the score. Now the catcher with a chance here. She's 0 for 2. Had a good hit in game 1. And she lines that one up the middle. A base hit. Phoenix rounding third, trying to score. She'll get there. Tie game as the throw rolled behind Arguedas. RBI double for Riley O'Neill. And Bluefield has tied it up 2-2. What a play by Riley O'Neill. They'll probably call that one a single. And Sparks moves over to third base. O'Neill gets to second on the throw. Now the score 2-2, and here comes Mary Blake Avery with 2 runners in scoring position. Pitch goes outside. Now the Rams with some energy in their dugout on the third base side. Phoenix came in to score. Just the second run scored in game 2. Mary Blake Avery choking up a little bit and then going down. 1-0, grounded down the third base line and foul. Trujillo almost stabbed it. Tried to throw first. And Buddy Gallimore just said to swing with bad intentions. Don't know exactly what that means, but I'm assuming it's encouraging. And the 0-1. High and in. Guess he meant with bad intentions to the ball to hit it deeper. But I'm assuming that he meant good intentions to score her teammates. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. 2 runners in scoring position. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball through the hole, left field. Bluefield takes the lead. Here comes Sparks. The ball rolls through Mondragon. O'Neill will score. Mary Blake Avery on her way to third, and she's going to get there as the ball rolls into the hands of the pitcher Broadway. So a 2 RBI single. She'll get to third on a 2-base error by Mondragon, the flex player and the left fielder. And the Rams have taken the 4-2 lead. And it looks like we might see a pitching change here. Brendan Broadway tossed the ball, and now a new pitcher coming in. We're going to let the new pitcher warm up, and we'll tell you who she is right after this. Rams lead 4-2. First pitch to Carly King is a ball outside. Rams have now taken the 4-2 lead in the bottom of the fifth. And the new pitcher in, Sarah Kate Brown. She started out game one, got the loss. Pitch. Swinging a drive into right field. Stepping up Schaefer. She'll make the catch for out number 3. So Sarah Kate Brown gets the job done. But the Rams able to score 3 runs in the bottom of the fifth off of 3 hits and 1 big error by Mondragon in left field. So the Rams now up 4-2 going into the 6th inning. Brand new ball game into the 6th inning. Cam Pearson deals and a line drive hit by Brendan Broadway. That's going to bounce all the way out to Mellick. She's rounding first, on her way to second, and she's in with a stand-up double. Rams still lead 4-2 though in the 6th inning, but Broadway now with her second double of game 2. The pitcher now moved as the shortstop now. And now stepping up to the plate, it'll be Fortner, the center fielder. Down by just 2 runs, infield stepping in, looking for maybe a bunt attempt from Fortner here. The pitch, she tried to swing through, but the ball goes right across the plate, strike 1. Cam Pearson finally finding that run support from Bluefield. They were able to score 3 runs on 3 hits and a big error by Mondragon in left field. Pitch. Popped up, shallow right, Bailey backing up, Strange coming in, but Bailey able to make the catch. Broadway stays at second base, and here's Mandy Schaefer. 0 for 2. She's grounded out to Cam Pearson as well as a strikeout today. One of 5 strikeouts on the day for the right-handed pitcher. Pitch swung on and popped up out to center field. Pennington steps up, makes the catch, tagging up Broadway, sliding into third, a productive out. Now here comes Lexi Dawson trying to cut this lead in half. The potential tying run stepping up to the plate for St. Andrews. And it's 4-2. Cam Pearson still focusing though. Riley O'Neill calling time. She's going to talk this one over. Can tell that Riley O'Neill and Cameron Pearson have a good relationship. Never really scared to talk any of these situations over. We see a lot of these chats. 4-2 the score. Sun on the left side, bearing down near that right field foul pole, rather. The right side, I should say. Broadway at third. First pitch to Dawson. Fastball, outside corner, strike 1. And Cam Pearson keep this going. 0-1. Another pitch, throw to third. King tried to lay down a tag, but that was a good move by Riley O'Neill. Good throw, no hesitation. Count evens at 1-1. Dawson has a double in this one, also scored a run. Pitch, swinging a pop-up, Out to center. Pennington should have it. Steps up, makes the catch above her head, and the side is retired. So no runs after the double from Broadway, and just no errors as well. So we head to the bottom of the sixth. Bluefield hoping for more insurance as they lead 4-2. As of right now, the loss would go to the starting pitcher, Brennan Broadway. Sarah Kate Brown already got the loss in game one. She has a third of an inning to her name in game two. Rams lead 4-2, hoping for a final insurance plan before heading into the seventh inning. 9-1-2 due up. It's Gabby Mellick. She's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. Sarah Kate Brown with a baseball cap on, whips, and the lefty strides in, but no swing. Ball one. So it'll be Mellick, Kate Pennington, as well as Lauren Bailey, all due up in this inning. There's coach on her left hand, left arm, I should say. 1-0. Bunt attempt, pull back. 2 balls, no strikes. Infield always beckons in when Gabby Mellick gets on. Had a bloop singler last time. 2-0. Soft roller back to S.K. Brown. Throw to first in time. So one gone. Now Kendrick Lamar playing. Here's Kate Pennington. Had a single in the first inning and scored a run. Since then has been retired twice. Pitch, swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. Just 1 out. Pennington trying to keep this going as the Rams only lead by 2 runs. Long look in for S.K. Brown. She starts and delivers. Trying to bunt it, and Pennington just missed it by a second. No balls, 2 strikes. Good chance for Bluefield already with 7 wins on the year and make that now 4 wins in conference at 4-11. Have played sparsely because of the weather. Good weather today, though. 0-2. Popped up, middle of the infield. S.K. Brown calling for it, and she'll get the out. Pennington misses again. She's 1 for 4. Everybody's wind burn starting to sink in as the wind has stopped. That American flag is not moving in center field. Here comes Lauren Bailey, who's 0 for 2. 4-2, Rams lead. They scored all those runs in the 5th inning with 2 outs, and Bailey pokes it into center field. A base hit for the second baseman. On with a single, and here comes Cameron Pearson. Practice swings for the pitcher, hoping to get a win today. And Pearson steps into this game with a 4-5 record. She can make it 500 if Bluefield hangs on. First pitch, swinging a drive, right center field. Fortner charging. She dives and makes the catch. Wow. 3rd out, and Cam Pearson is robbed of a base hit. Lauren Bailey was going to come in to score if Fortner didn't come up with that ball. But now, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and Bailey left on base. Last chance for SAU coming up as the Rams lead 4-2 at Grand Rec Park. Rams are 3 outs away from a doubleheader sweep. That's Susana Trujillo, Symphony Arguedas, and Lucy Trujillo all due up in the 7-8-9. Cameron Pearson with a pitch and a hard foul ball right side and out of play. It'll leak into the parking lot for strike 1. Rams took the lead in the bottom of the 5th inning, scoring 3 runs on 3 hits and 1 big error. Took the 4-2 lead. The pitch, high and in. Ball and a strike. Wind picking up again towards left field. St. Andrews really desperate of a win. They are 14-25 and just 2-15 in conference. 1-1 from Pearson. Inside corner, perfect pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Trujillo on with a single in the 2nd inning, trying to keep this going. Grounded out last time. The pitch, check swing and a roller towards the dugout. When I say ground out, she hit a ball into right field. Taylon Strange charged, got it, and threw it to first base. Trujillo was not fast enough to get on with a hit, even when she hit it into right field. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Rocking the offer. Just a bit outside. Ball 2. Be a big confidence boost for Bluefield going into this weekend, playing against Tennessee Wesleyan on Friday, and then Montreat on Senior Day on Saturday. Pitch just a bit inside. 3-2 the count, a full one. So Cam Pearson in trouble of losing it here, but still has time to hold on. Long look, the payoff from Pearson. Swinging a ground ball straight back to the pitcher, bobbles it, time to throw to first, and the lob goes off the glove of Throckmorton. Oh, she just missed it. It was a bobbled play from Pearson, and it looked like she almost had the yips throwing it over to first, and Throckmorton couldn't stretch to make the play. So an error on that one, and Trujillo is at first. So the potential tying run, and now a new batter coming in. So it will not be Symphony Arguedas, but instead This time, Avery Korn. Avery Korn had a pinch hitting opportunity in the last game, didn't come up with anything. 4-2, top of the 7th, no outs. Flowing out towards left. Swinging a foul ball, slicing right side out of play. No balls and a strike. Avery Korn looking for a chance to be the hero in game 2 of this doubleheader. Our team led for most of the game, and then the Rams jumped on in the bottom of the 5th. Cam Pearson intent as ever, looking at her battery mate. The pitch, right down the middle, strike 2. Delayed call there, had to wait for it, but now Bluefield's pitcher is up 0-2. And the Rams hold on here, 0-2. High and outside, O'Neill looks over at first. Meanwhile, should add Destiny Locklear on as the courtesy runner at first base. One, two. Swinging a foul ball off the overhang of the backstop. So SAU not giving up just yet. Down 4-2. Top of the 7th. No outs. Pearson trying to win this battle. 1-2. Swinging a pop-up, shallow right, coming up strange, it bounces in, a base hit. Locklear slides into second, and both runners are aboard, the potential tying run at first base. Avery Korn with a pinch hit opportunity, and she makes the most of it. Here's Lucy Trujillo, no outs, 4-2, and the Rams are starting to let it unravel. And it looks like we might see another pinch hitter coming up now. Katie Lugie, the senior, will come in to pinch hit in the spot of Lucy Trujillo as the designated player. So Locklear at second, Korn at first. To the top of the lineup right after this, Ashlyn Dial has a good way of getting on base. No outs, Bluefield needs one. 4-2 the score. Not that much insurance. And McGee digs in left side. Pitch, right down Broadway, strike 1. And as that ball floated into right field, Strange couldn't come to get it. Bailey couldn't either. And when the ball rolled past Strange, she couldn't get it to second base to possibly throw out Locklear, who had to wait. Pitch, McGee fouls it back, strike 2. And McGee, in 8 at-bats, has 3 hits, so she's hitting .375. 0-2. Just a bit outside. O'Neill tried to frame it up, but the umpire didn't fall for it. Ball 1. Wind has returned. Rolling off of the mountains. Can St. Andrews find a win to go back to Laurinburg, North Carolina? 1-2. Swinging a line drive into left field, a base hit. Melick charges, gets the ball into the infield, and the bases are loaded with no outs. 4-2 the score. St. Andrews in the top of the 7th has made some noise. Locklear at third. At second, Korn. And now at first base, Lugie with her 4th hit of the season. Make her 4 for 9, and Buddy Gallimore will step out to talk with his pitcher. I have to see what he says to his pitcher here. Likely not to make a change. The Rams haven't thrown that many players out of the circle today, or this year. Pearson and Sparks, the majority of the innings between the two of them. Carly King has 6 innings to her name, and Mary Blake Avery has just pitched an inning and 2/3. The Rams have only thrown 4 people this year. Wind flowing out towards left, they need 3 outs. They have none. And the pinch hitting, good choices being made by St. Andrews and Elizabeth Burris. And a school of about 600 people, the Rams out populating them by nearly 300. Buddy Gallimore still talking about this one. And the umpire hasn't really pushed it along just yet. We'll likely will do that here. Buddy Gallimore still talking. Bases loaded. 4-2 the score. He turns around, and we're just about ready to play softball again. Here's Ashlyn Dial. She's reached twice today. 1 for 3. Wind blowing towards left. Rams need 3 outs. Bases loaded. No outs. 4-2 they lead. Top 7. Pitch. Dial takes a first pitch strike. Every one of these at-bats, Cam Pearson has jumped out to a 1-strike or 2-strike lead. She has not wasted any time with waste pitches. 0-1. Check swing, foul ball, hitting the fence hard on the right side. If you could just get this one out, maybe Bluefield can have the possibility of turning 2. Lauren Bailey's done a great job of that this year in the middle of the infield. 0-2. High and in. There's the waste pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still in the top of the 7th, folks. No outs. Rams holding on, but the base is juice for St. Andrews. Pearson takes a breath. 1-2. Swinging a blooper into center field. There's a base hit. Coming in to score. She'll get there. Throw to third. Not in time. As now it is 4-3. Locklear came in to score, and Bluefield leads by 1 run. Meanwhile, Dial with an RBI single, and there are still no outs as everyone goes station to station. Corn to third. Now at second, Lugie. Here's Santiago. Pitch. Just a bit low. O'Neal has to keep it up. Now the 1-0. Santiago lifts it foul, left side out of play. Bases loaded. Rams lead by 1. Trying to keep this lead. They need 3 outs. They have none yet. The 5th batter of the inning. Pearson with the 1-1. It's been another foul ball. And once again, St. Andrews has worked into his 2-strike count. Ball and 2 strikes. Pearson has just not had it to strike them out or get these balls on the ground. That error to start out the inning has set the tone. 1-2, just a bit outside. 4-3, Rams lead by 1. Everybody on the Bluefield side holding their breath here. Can she hold on? 1-2, just a bit high. Santiago lays off. Corn at third. Up at second, Lugie with her 4th hit of the season, and Ashlyn Dial with an RBI single to cut the lead in half. Payoff, popped up left side out of play. They're still battling. St. Andrews just yelling at the top of their lungs on the dugout side. Cam Pearson taking a breath and walking back to the rubber. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, just nicked off the bat. Wind has now blown back towards third base as the American flag starts to flow through again. Whatever happens, happy to have you here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Payoff, swing and a high fly ball out to left field. Mellick was playing in, and she makes the catch for out number 1. The tying run will come in to score, and it's 4-4 on the sacrifice. That almost could have been worse than it really was because Mellick was playing so far in, had to make almost a Willie Mays-style catch, and everybody goes up a base. Lugie to third, Dial moved to second, and now the score is tied up, 4-4. That pitch is popped up foul, right side out of play. All tied up at 4-4, but Bluefield still has 1 out. 2 runs have scored. We're in the 7th inning. Oh, 1. Brought away. Takes a high fastball. Evens up the count at 1-1. So the Rams in a bit of an unlucky situation here. 2 runners in scoring position, so the idea of a forced double play really isn't there. 1-1. Swinging a pop-up, middle of the infield. Pearson calls for it and makes the catch for out number 2. A gift there for Broadway to give to Cam Pearson, and now Fortner will step up to the plate. Doesn't have a hit in game 2. As a sacrifice fly driving in, dial back in the first inning. So for Cassie Fortner, 2 runners in scoring position. The pitch, swinging a foul ball, spraying back to the backstop. Rams thought they had this one in the bag, and then that error to start out set everything in motion. Trujillo, or rather that was Horn getting on all the way back to start it out. Pitch, swinging a pop-up left side of the infield. Looking to call for it, and Carly King will make the catch for out number 3. 2-run score there on 3 hits and 1 dastardly error. It's 4-4, tied up. Rams looking for a walk-off win when we head to the bottom of the 7th. St. Andrews worked to tie it up, and now the Rams are in a tie ball game once again, 4-4. Meredith Throckmorton steps up to the plate to start out in the bottom of the 7th. Rams looking for a win in walk-off fashion. Stepping up to the plate on the right side, Throckmorton with a pair of base hits and a run scored back in the 5th inning. Actually, Michaela Phoenix came in to run for it. That pitch is sprayed back foul. Sarah Kate Brown still on the rubber for St. Andrews. Rams looking for a way to hold on. Brendan Broadway has moved over to short. And Dial is out in left field. Mondragon taking off. Rocking the 0-1. Swinging a blooper into left field, a base hit. A good way to start out for Bluefield in the bottom of the 7th inning. Lakin Sparks with a possibility here to try to move Throckmorton into scoring position. And Shelly Newton will likely make a change, but before that, St. Andrews has a couple of tricks up their sleeve as well. Elizabeth Burris talking this one over with the umpire. Making sure to get everything right on paper. Throckmorton is at first. Last time she got on with a single, Michaela Phoenix went on to run for her. And now Shelly Newton will talk and substitute someone in. Lakin Sparks is ready to bat. 4-4 the score. We're in the bottom of the 7th with no outs. Rams looking for a sweep of the doubleheader and an opportunity to possibly get to 8 wins on the season and 5 wins in conference. Well, this is almost like a convention behind home plate, taking a while. Negotiations still on, and Meredith Throckmorton waits to be replaced at first. Lincoln Sparks is going to go back to the dugout. Now the umpires are trying to talk this one over. Not 100% sure what the problem is here. They're trying to make sure they can get the pinch runner, and Meredith Throckmorton was already taken off and put on. So they're looking to replace who they could replace her with. And no changes made. After all that, Throckmorton is still at first base. And Lincoln Sparks will await. Riley O'Neill on deck for Bluefield. Good part of the lineup for the Rams. Lincoln Sparks will step up on the right side of the plate. Has walked twice today. She's had a good eye. But Bluefield could use her bat here.
Let's go, SK. Pretty strong, kid.
First pitch to Sparks. Outside, Throckmorton with the big lead at first. Gets back to the bag. One ball, no strikes. Sparks has scored once today. Trying to make it maybe twice. The pitch outside, 4-4 the score. Glad you can be here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. All tied up 4-4. Rams looking for a walk-off win. 2-0 to Sparks. Inside, 3-0 the count. Sparks has to be patient here. See if she has the perfect pitch to swing around on. Outfielders playing kind of deep, especially in center with Fortner. The pitch. Inside, ball 4, and now the winning run moves to second base. Here comes Riley O'Neill. She hit a ball hard back in the 5th inning on a single. Also did that back in the 2nd inning and flew out. So she is 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Good base hit could give Bluefield the win. Pitch. Swinging a pop-up foul going right over the backstop and down the road. No balls, 1 strike. O'Neill, the junior catcher from Tennessee. Maybe one of the more outgoing players socially. 0-1. Swung on, fouled straight back, and O'Neill is quickly down 0-2. Four to 4. No outs. Runners at second and first for Bluefield. Mary Blake Avery on deck for the Rams. Winning run at second base in Meredith Throckmorton. Rams would have liked to have a little bit more speed on the bag at second, but Shelley Newton could not make the change. 0-2. High and in. Ball and 2 strikes. Four to 4 the score. 1-2. Swinging a high fly ball out to left field. Dial going back. Kiss it goodbye. Walk-off home run. Riley O'Neill with a 3-run bomb, and Bluefield wins this one 7-4. There was no doubt about that one after it hit the bat. Comes into home, gets a warm welcome from her teammates, and Bluefield wins. 3rd home run of the season for Riley O'Neill, and a great way to end the day for Bluefield. They get the sweep, winning this one 7-4. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. What a day for the Rams, getting a couple of big AAC wins. And we were sure glad to have you with us here at Grand Rec Park. Rams move on to win this one and improve to 8-15 on the year with a 5-11 record in the AAC. St. Andrews falls to 14-26, and then they are now 4 and 16 in conference, or rather 2 and 16 in conference. So still a big win for the Rams. Cam Pearson will get the win for Bluefield, and SK Brown has lost both games today. So now for Cameron Pearson, she has moved to a 500 record as far as pitching goes. 5-5 on the year, pitching the complete game today and only giving up 4 runs. So we're going to be right back here on Friday for Bluefield going up against Tennessee Wesleyan. But until then, my name is Bailey Engel, reminding you the final score. Rams win this one 7-4 after the walk-off bomb from Riley O'Neal.